Power, luxury, a bold stance is what you're getting with the 2023 BMW m850i X-Drive convertible in skyscraper gray metallic. New this year is what we're going to go over. The convertible is going to be a little bit slower than the coupe. We're not only going to touch bases on the 0 to 60 like this, but we're also going to go over rivals like the Audi RS7 or S7, Mercedes AMG GT53 or 63 or S to see which one really is going to pack the most for what you spend. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm going to go over all the specs and details starting now. The new BMW m850i is one of those sweet spots for the class because you're not going full-blown M and you're going to be saving over $30,000. Yes, this is going to cost almost $14,000 more than an 840i, but look what you start off with. Reworked kidney grille with the M badging inside, everything with gloss black except for the exterior. It will get the matte black. LED headlamps and daytime runnings on the lower bit. You receive the gloss black, and then you'll have the matte black here on the lower trim. I kind of wish they added a little bit more gloss black to the front because the skyscraper gray metallic definitely has a nice polished touch. Traditional long hood, so you still keep the luxury and the bold styling that's covering these 20-inch M wheels. Behind it, Brembo spec, we get the M Sport brakes. 15.6 inches the front disc reading with a 4-piston. The rear is at 15.7 with a 2-piston. The side vent gets the gloss black and the matte black in the interior. M Sport differential, adaptive M suspension, professional and active roll stabilization. A length at 191.8 inches, backing it with 111.3 inches of a wheelbase. The BMW m850i, you have a convertible or a coupe choice. Comparing it to Mercedes or Audi, you do not have that option. You would have to go into a 2-seater for the Mercedes, and for the Audi, they only do it with an S5 trim. LED tail lamps, and I like how rounded off the top part is and how performance driven the lower part is. They do a different gloss on the rear bumper, and you'll get that grille pattern, gloss black around your dual exhaust outlets. Front and rear parking sensors with a 360-degree reverse camera, power tailgate to get inside to 15 cubic feet of storage. With the top down, you have to put this and you'll lose some storage from top to bottom. Otherwise, you have some storage on both sides. Split fold the rear bench at a 50-50 split in the back. That's going to increase the cargo a little bit. You'll still have a little bit of a wall right there. However, these are the type of vehicles you don't really buy for a lot of storage. This is something that you're going to take out, enjoy. Let's go inside, start it up so you can hear that exhaust note. The BMW m850i has a nice, bold, modern style to it, and they back the performance with a 4.4-liter BMW M twin power turbo. 523 horsepower is produced with 553 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 17 to 24 mpgs. That's good for a 0 to 60 around 3.8 seconds with a quarter mile at 11.5 seconds. If you need anything faster, go to your full M. Comes standard with the competition package, 617 horsepower, 0 to 60 around 3 seconds, 553 pound-feet of torque. Going back to the rival perspective, if you're looking at the Audi RS7, that's over $130,000 MSRP to be about 0.2 of a second faster. You might as well get the coupe then if you're looking for that, and you'll beat it. Quarter mile, the same thing. Going to Mercedes, you'd have to option up to a AMG GT63S, which is $150,000 MSRP in order to get what you're getting with performance out of this. Obviously, the horsepower and torque will be more, but it's hard to really say who competes against it, because when you're looking at the price point, what you're getting in value, this outclasses all of them. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2023 BMW m850i convertible as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test run. Entering inside the BMW m850i convertible, which is something that I definitely like in Florida. Headroom is not an issue for a 6'3", nor is legroom. 8 series badging in the glass for your gear lever. You're gonna have the carbon fiber all over. Open up inside here, you'll have your wireless charging pad, USB at 12 volt, and the cup holders, I would say you could probably fit about a 20 to 32 ounce. Going up, you're gonna get the large 12.3 inch with pinch and swipe. Click that home button so you can see all the apps in which we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming, Bluetooth audio. Go into your driving experience control. You can do it as standard, plus, individual, and you can configure it, which will make it as sport derived as you would like. Put it into reverse. We have a 360-degree reverse camera with full trajectory, automatic parking, backup assist. When you click that little car icon, you will see the 3D view, in which you'll just click on these little icons here to go all around the vehicle. Click back here, and you have your car wash view, which shows the trajectory for the front. The dash is a 2-panel layout. You're gonna have soft materials everywhere, satin aluminum for your air vents. The gloss black pretty much takes over into the center, and on the driver's side, heads-up display and the air vent that wraps into the door panel. 3-spoke leather wrap M steering wheel. It's heated, multi-function. We get the paddle shifters. The gauge cluster can go through an array of information for the driver, and you can also change the whole layout to make it look either for Eco Pro or Sport. You can also hit on that BC so you can change everything to C for all of your driving information. Soft here where you rest your elbows, heated armrest, open up, you get a USB port, and on the door panel, we get the upgraded Bauer & Wilkins sound system, heated armrest, one touch up and down, memory for the driver and passenger with the satin aluminum. The storage pocket is pretty long for the size of the door, it's just not so wide. 16-way power adjustment, manual cushion extensions, Fiona red over black, extended merino leather. I do like the bolstering for the headrest and how sporty the design is. For the back seats, completely against the headliner, completely against the back of the front seats. Don't have a lot of feet space or anything like that. But if you put the top down, you actually fix that problem tremendously. And the way the front is shaped, I'm gonna feel a lot of air any which way you cut the cake. Taking the 2023 BMW m850i out. This is in sport mode. We have it ready to rock and roll, and here we go. And your brakes. Lovely. With the top down, 3.8 seconds, I could see it. I mean, it is super quick, precise, it needs to go where it needs to go. The windscreen is a little bit low for me because I'm taller, so that is something that's a little bit of a disadvantage, but I mean, the dynamics of this bad boy, look at this. It just fun to drive vehicle. You get a nice exhaust spit. I like the length of the hood because I know exactly where I'm going when I'm pushing the pedal, so I can do a little bit of dynamic driving if I need to get to work quick. With the top down, it feels nice and breezy. Because I'm tall though, it does come up a little bit, so that does help. But for the back seat, it's not going to help at all. But it helps definitely for visibility purposes because you're not going to have any blind spot at all, which you will have a pretty decent amount of blind spot in the back because of the way the window is shaped. Top up, we're going to see that performance. So we're going to stop right here, put it into first, and just let her go. It's so playful. Oh man. an everyday vehicle, put it into Eco Pro, quiet up the exhaust note. Now there is 3 things I like and 3 things that I dislike. Because anything more than that, I'd be buying this M850i. To start off with, in the cargo, you can fold the rear bench down 50-50 and it increases your cargo space. It's not a significant amount, obviously. This is not a hatchback, but you still get comparable cargo capacity even with the top up. So I could still fit my gear, and if I wanted to go on a trip, you could do so with this. Turn radius at more or less a stop point is going to get about 2 and a part lane. It's a little bit long, but look, this is comfort. It captures the fun to drive even in the comfort ride. The second thing that I like about the vehicle is the MSRP starts around $112,000. RS7 starts at $134-ish thousand. AMG GT63 around $150,000. Those have 590 and 591 horsepower. This has 523 horsepower. Almost have the same 0 to 60 numbers as the Mercedes. You are beating the RS7. The last thing that I like about the vehicle is you have some dynamics underneath it. It doesn't feel that long of a vehicle, nor the width, even though it is a very wide vehicle. So it's easy to drive on a day in and day out use. 3 things that I dislike about the vehicle is the way you sit in the seat. Very similar to an S5 or RS5 or even an A5. You sit up higher. Ground clearance is around 5 inches. And it feels like I'm in an SUV almost the way I'm sitting, because I'm projected way above the hood and the door panels. Taking me to the second thing that I dislike, the way the windscreen is shaped. It kind of drops off a bit. So I have to kind of look like this in order to see through the front of it. Going back to the rivals, for the Audi RS7 or S7, you're going to have the same structure for your A-pillars. They're going to be a little bit of an eyesore. When you get into the Mercedes AMG GT53 or 63 or even the S, it's going to be pushed back a little bit. So you're going to have more of a dramatic feel in the cockpit. This one's going to be very race oriented, don't get me wrong. It's just, I kind of wish they were pushed back just a touch more, kind of like the 840 Grand Coupe. The way that window's designed, it's pushed back and it gives more of a sleek look into the front of the vehicle. As for everyday drive, super comfortable. It definitely ticks that box. Audi RS7 or the S7, both of them are super quiet, so the sound dampening it fits right in the category. Softer seat than the Mercedes in this, and you're gonna have a little bit more soft materials throughout the interior of the cabin. The last thing that I dislike about the vehicle is in the trunk. You have to have that little piece folded down in order to put the top down. So if you're on a pinch and you forgot to put it down, you can't put the top down. Kind of wish you could just do that with the button inside. But for performance, this thing is crazy, and I mean, just look at what you get. No nonsense. An exhaust note that is phenomenal. It really is something that will get you addicted to pushing the throttle. The steering wheel is pretty light, so for every day in and out, you're not gonna have any issues at all with that. I'd like to thank BMW of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2023 BMW M850i for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the next video, the subscribe button, check out the merchandise, details, website, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.